It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Thursday, June 16th. I'm James Spann. Hot, steamy weather continues through tomorrow with widely scattered strong storms, but the weekend looking pretty good. Check it out. There's the water vapor satellite view. Got a big trough in the western states, ridging to the west of here, and we have a northerly flow aloft, so we'll have to watch for any storms that form north of the state. Those will be blowing down through here. A few scattered storms on radar at 2:20 over Blount, Etowah, St. Clair, Cherokee counties, dropping to the south. But as expected, storms today clearly less numerous than recent days. And also, as expected, the heat levels are coming up. Birmingham at 92, the same for Tuscaloosa. Gadsden 93, and this is what's making it feel pretty nasty today, those high dew points. The Birmingham dew point is 75 at 2 o'clock, so that's a very, very steamy, muggy, sultry type afternoon. West of the state, we have heat advisories for Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, on into parts of Texas and Oklahoma. Looks like there's excessive heat warnings for parts of northeast Arkansas and north Oklahoma. Excessive heat problems back in the desert southwest as well. And then well to the northeast of here, we have a severe thunderstorm watch for Washington, D.C., Baltimore, pretty good chunk of West Virginia, adjacent states or adjacent parts of Pennsylvania and Ohio. That's until 10 o'clock Eastern time tonight. Up in that zone, there is an enhanced risk of severe weather. In Alabama, we've got the standard slight risk way down south. That's basically on the outflow of the MCS we saw last night. But a marginal risk for most of the other counties. And again, the air very unstable today, so any storms that fire could be strong, maybe a wet microburst in spots. We've had some warnings today for the southeastern tip of the state. Then tomorrow, the standard slight risk for South Georgia. In Alabama, the guys at SPC have taken out the standard slight risk for tomorrow. It's basically a marginal risk for most of the state. And just like today, storms widely scattered. A lot of places, no rain. Where the storms do fire, they could be pretty strong. Day 3, which is Saturday, we get into dry air. No rain, lower humidity for the northern half of the state. The severe weather possibilities up north near the Canadian border. Rain for the next 5 days, valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Not much for the northern half of the state, just widely scattered storms today and tomorrow. After that, we'll be dry for several days. Off in the tropics, the guys at NHC are monitoring low pressure that's over Honduras and Nicaragua. That's moving northwest. That might get up into the Bay of Campeche at some point this weekend or early next week. But again, no models are showing any development up on our end of the Gulf for at least the next 10 days. So here we go, model fans. The GFS, this is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock local time. Troughing on both coasts, ridging in between. We have a northerly flow aloft, and the surface front will be passing through. That's going to knock those dew points down for the weekend. And often in summer, when a surface boundary comes through, you can see some pretty mean storms along that. So we'll be watching that carefully. This is the high-res NAM tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And you can see it's got just a few widely scattered storms through here. And clearly it's not going to rain in many places, but like today where the storms do fire, they'll be pretty active. Hey, Saturday, a nice refreshing air mass. The GFS printing a high of 86, the NAM 89, with dew points dropping into the 50s. Sunday morning will be well down in the 60s. Cooler pockets could see 50s. The day will be sunny, and again, the high will be in the 80s. A very, very nice day. About as comfortable as it gets. Look at the precipitable water values. Those shades of brown, that's basically precipitable water values of a half inch or less. You rarely see that around here in summertime. Next week, Monday, we're dry, upper 80s, mostly sunny, and Tuesday, we'll be up in the low 90s. And again, you might mention a slight chance of a shower, but it looks like the weather stays generally rain-free. And Wednesday of next week, moisture starts to come back, and that's when you could see a few scattered showers and storms. This is a week from today, Thursday, June 23rd. Very high amplitude for summer. Big old nasty 597 heat ring around the four corners with a ridge in the west, but a nice trough in the east. And if that's right, we could be in the 80s. I mean, no sign of any excessive heat here for the next 10 days. In fact, this is the end of the forecast period, Sunday, June 26th. Little upper low just southeast of here, and if that's right, it's pretty dry air mass. So things looking fairly quiet. We'll check the numbers off the European. I get low, maybe mid-90s tomorrow. Highs in the 80s for the weekend, and I think we'll be in the 60s Saturday and Sunday morning. Those numbers look too warm. And then next week, we might creep up in the low 90s in a day or two, but generally speaking, heat levels just not that bad. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or on television, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.